Hello and welcome to Shed Talks, a series of talks from my shed. Hi, my name is Ian and I'm an AFOL, an adult fan of Lego. AFOLs are responsible for 20% of worldwide Lego sales. Proud, dedicated and often penniless because Lego costs a flipping fortune. We have websites and Facebook pages galore dedicated to our hobby. Print magazines and fanzines dedicated to Moctology, the art of building Lego. I even have a sweatshirt for our local team. Does that sound familiar? Every team in professional sports has a group of devoted followers that you might call hopeful fans. Without them, the team couldn't survive. They're not the rabid fans who constantly flip between intense hatred and delight during each game, or the fickle fans who cheer enthusiastically during winning streaks but lose interest when the team loses games. Hopeful fans are the ones who remain true no matter what. They're happy when their team wins, of course. Of course they are. But still, they wear their colours with pride when they lose. For them, there's always next year. Israel possessed an unparalleled record of losing seasons. Nations and dynasties flourished and vanished while God's people experienced more losses than winners. The nation's continued existence was itself a miracle. A casual observer might wonder why God didn't get tired of losing. He could have sold the team long before. Yet God never gave up his franchise. The people of Israel were his chosen people. He knew they'd eventually win. With God, next year is always a certainty. This message came to Israel through Zephaniah when the storm clouds of devastation and defeat darkened the nation's horizon. While he had earlier joined the chorus of prophets who were predicting Israel's suffering, Zephaniah also added words of hope. The reign of King Josiah included a season of righteousness in Judah, delaying God's judgment. The nation showed all the signs of a rebuilding team. The people changed their old habits and eliminated evil practices. Unfortunately, Josiah's reforms didn't last long. Losing ways ran deep within the nation. Yet hope became the refuge of a small group determined to remain faithful. God's hopeful fans stood fast. They realised that next year might not happen for a long time, but it would eventually come because God had promised. Zephaniah 3:17 tells us, "The Lord your God is with you, the mighty warrior who saves. He will take great delight in you. In his love he will no longer rebuke you, but will rejoice over you with singing." God's promise describes both his relationship with Israel and the one he longs to have with you. The same God who kept his word to Israel keeps his promises to you. You can count on it. So live as a hopeful fan. And while we're waiting for the coming victories, here's 3 things to think about. Question number 1. What do you think God wants to accomplish in and through your life? Question number 2. Why didn't God give up on Israel? Why doesn't God give up on us? Question 3. In what ways are you inspired by God's promise to always be with you? As always, comments and questions can be posted in the section below. Bye for now.